Hey everybody, this is Andrew Benjamin with MMAsucker.com. With us, I got Aviv Gozali, who will be taking on Bobby King at Bellator 274 next Saturday at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut. You can catch the show on Showtime channel or the Showtime app. And Aviv, thank you so much for talking to us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So just curious to know how is training and getting preparing for the fight? How's that all going so far?
The training going amazing. This is the best training camp I've ever had in my life. I'm in training camp for the past 7 months, so I'm feeling the most prepared I've ever been.
Gotcha. So just tell me, what do you think about your opponent, Bobby King? Any thoughts on him as a fighter?
He's a good fighter. He has experience, but nothing gonna help him when the cage gonna be closed next Saturday.
Okay. I gotta ask, someone who's submitted every opponent they've had, are you predicting a submission win against Bobby King?
Submission, knockout, decision. As long as my end is gonna be raised at the end of the fight, I'm happy. I'm coming to fight. Everything can happen.
What do you see as your greatest strength going into this fight?
Mentally, and then my skill set. If it's the stand-up, the wrestling, the grappling, I'm feeling comfortable everywhere. And I'm doing this since I'm a kid, so this is just another day in the office for me.
So when you say mentally, I'm curious to know, obviously you do all the stuff about physically training for a fight. A lot of people know about, but I'm curious to know, do you do any mental training for your fights as well?
No, I'm just strong mentally. I know what I'm doing exactly. I have a plan, and I'm going with a plan all the time, the same every fight. That's why I'm seeing myself above every opponent that I fought.
Gotcha. And so with this fight, you get a win. What would be next for you? Who would you ideally like to fight next? You have any planned call outs?
Usman or Magomedov.
Oh, interesting.
This is the fight to make.
Why Usman? What is it because he's kind of on everybody's radar right now?
We both undefeated. We the only undefeated in the top 10. Somebody else got to go. And it's time to show the Dagestanian that they are not undefeated. Like they think.
What do you is that so like after I find that just to be such a compelling fight. You got my brain like going 1,000 miles because I'm like, oh, that's a great fight. Is there anybody else besides Usman that you're also looking at? What just say if the Usman fight wouldn't work out? Anybody else?
I would like to fight Islam Amadov.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're saying everybody is they're saying all the time that all the fighters are afraid from them. I would like to fight both of them in the same night if I could.
So what do you think? So you picked two fighters, Dagestani fighters. Is there something? What do you think about the Dagestani fighters? Why do you think so many people are hyped up about them?
Because of Khabib, of course, he did something great in the UFC, and people got it that all the Dagestanians are like him, So they're all coming to fight them with fear. And I'm not like this. I have no fear from nobody.
I'm also curious to know as well. We had a listener who wanted to know, what about the possibility of either fighting Brent Primus or Goiti Yamauchi? From a grappling perspective, you guys are probably the top three in your division.
Yeah, this is also good fights to make. I'm seeing myself as the next champ of the division. And as the next champ of the division, I would have to beat everybody in the division. So it doesn't matter who's going to be next. I'm going to beat them all.
For this fight, I'm just curious to know, do you ever look at training footage of your opponents? Are you doing that with this fight, or is that something you just never do?
Training footage, I'm not looking on training footage. I just gave my coaches the name of him. They're doing the work. They're telling me what to do. That's it.
We also have another question from a fan who says, who would you say you look up to the most among the greats of MMA, or who is some of your favorite MMA fighters?
John Jones in the cage is the best MMA fighter that ever stepped in the cage, from what I think. I also like George St. Pierre and Anderson Silva. I think those three are the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so also curious to know as well. I always like to hear tattoo stories. I know you got a tattoo on your back. I think you got Thor, I think, on your arm.
Yeah, I have Thor, I have Flash, I have the Arrow, and I have Captain America.
Are you a comic book fan?
Yeah, I love Marvel, and I did the fastest submission, so I did the Flash, and I like to watch the Arrow on Netflix. I think it's one of the best shows I ever watched.
Are you keeping up with all the other stuff like on Disney, like Loki and WandaVision? And
No, right now I stopped with the tattoos. I'm thinking what to do next. I have no idea what I'm gonna do next with my tattoos.
What about Doctor Strange? You got them.
Nah, it's too boring.
You don't think you should, so what about so you think that Doctor Strange is boring? I got to know more about that because a lot of people love
Maybe
him.
Hulk gonna be next, I think.
Okay. Oh, so since you're a comic, I gotta ask, did you see the new Spider-Man movie?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was in training camp, so I can't eat popcorn.
Oh, I get it.
So I'm gonna go after my fight.
Okay, well, it's made over $300 billion. You'll probably see it after your fight if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know as well. So, striking. I know a lot of people think of you as a grappler, but I'm just curious to know, can you talk about your striking and how that's improved from day one?
You're gonna see next Saturday. Everything you're gonna see next Saturday.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's gonna be fun.
Also, I know it's been over a month. I'm curious to know, did you do anything exciting for New Year's for the new 2022 year?
No, nothing special. I don't like to celebrate too much. I'm focused on my goals, on my mission to become a world champ. So that's what I'm doing. After I'm gonna retire, I'm gonna have a lot of time to enjoy from New Year's, from all of those holidays.
How much longer do you see yourself fighting? I know you're young, and that's like, that's obviously can change at any point, but like right now, like how long do you see yourself fighting?
At least 10 more years.
And so right now, the looks like possibility of the next championship matchup might be Patricky versus Sydney Outlaw. How would you think that you would match up against to either Patricky or Sydney Outlaw if that match happens?
I would like to fight Patricky and I would like to fight Sydney. I think they are good fighters, but I think I have something different from the rest of the division.
No, it's funny. You did mention that you wouldn't mind facing two people in one night. You know, maybe Bellator should do a lightweight Grand Prix.
Yeah, give me the check of the $1 million, and I will promise I will kill everybody on the way.
Curious to know, before you fight, do you have any sort of pre-fight ritual, like a prayer, or do you do something to get yourself in that?
No, I'm ready all the time to fight. All the time. For me, I'm ready to fight all the time. Doesn't matter where I'm going, I'm ready to fight. You know, it's the same for me. In the cage, outside the cage, you know. I'm always ready mentally for the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And so, what do you think is the strongest characteristic that a fighter should have?
The strongest, I think, jiu-jitsu. It's the most important.
Mm-hmm. Actually, speaking of jiu-jitsu, ADCC trials are happening right now. Who do you think is the? Do you have any favorites to see make it to win this year?
The trials, I don't watch the trials, but I'm gonna watch my friend Gordon Ryan this year.
I was about to ask, that was gonna be my next question. Gordon Ryan, Andre Galvo, what do you think?
Can't wait to see Gordon ripping him.
It's good that he's back, you know, after, you know, his whole medical issue. Yeah, it looked like he wasn't going to compete forever, but luckily he's got that all looks like he's got that all fixed. I think that's going to be a great matchup.
I love Gordon. He's the best grappler of all time. I trained with him a lot, and I can't wait to watch him perform this year.
And do you ever see yourself doing like something like that? ADCC, is that something you've ever been interested in?
Yes, I would like to do it, but right now I'm focusing on my MMA. But next year, for sure, I'm gonna do the trials in Europe because
Oh,
I
okay.
don't have, yeah, because I don't have US citizens, so I can't do the trials over here. I have to do it in Europe.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, yeah, so we're coming to a close on this interview. I'm just curious to know, you have any comments on your fight or anything about your opponents, sponsors, social media? The floor is yours.
Gonna be fun night. Don't blink. It's gonna be quick.
Great, great. And everybody can see Aviv Gozali versus Bobby King next Saturday, Bellator 274 on Showtime, or you can go to the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut and see, possibly another first round finish from Aviv Gozali himself.
Yes, sir.
And thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good luck in your fight.
Thank you. Have a good day.